March 20, 2025. High above the shimmering, vital waters of the Red Sea, the horizon fractured. A formation of small, fast drones, launched from Houthi-controlled territory in Yemen, streaked low across the waves, their target, a critical U.S. Navy corridor. They weren't massive, these aerial threats, but size wasn't the point. Armed or simply as kinetic hazards, they posed a clear danger to shipping. Sophisticated radar systems, and American forces standing vigilant in the volatile region. The order crackled through the command network, intercept. Minutes later, slicing through the sky, came the response, a U.S. Navy F/A-18F Super Hornet from the legendary VFA-11, the Red Rippers. But this was no ordinary scramble. This time, the familiar roar of a multi-million-dollar missile launch would remain silent. Instead, the pilot was about to unleash something far cheaper, far more unexpected. Nested beneath the wings, the pilot selected a weapon few anticipated in this kind of engagement: the APKWS, the Advanced Precision Kill Weapon System. These weren't heat seekers or radar-guided behemoths. They were evolved 70mm Hydra rockets, ingeniously retrofitted with laser guidance kits. Originally conceived for helicopters battling insurgents on the ground, the system had been adapted, integrated onto high-speed jets. Now, over the Red Sea, it faced its first publicly acknowledged test against a drone swarm from such a platform. The Super Hornet's targeting system locked onto the erratic dots, painting the radar small, fast, likely programmed to confuse traditional defenses. The pilot engaged. The first rocket launched with a controlled, almost silent burst, a clean streak against the blue. No thunderous explosion, no massive smoke trail. It simply connected. A flicker on the screen, target down. Again, lock, fire, impact. Another drone vanished from the sky, one by one. The swarm was dismantled with quiet, deadly precision. Post-mission analysis would later confirm the shocking efficiency. This encounter wasn't just about a single jet prevailing, it was a seismic shift. For years, the equation favored the aggressor used cheap drones, costing perhaps $20,000, to force the defender to expend a missile worth upwards of $400,000. It was a strategy designed to bleed resources and exploit gaps. But the APKWS flipped the script. Using a $27,000 rocket to neutralize a low-cost threat wasn't just effective, it was smart. The Houthi drones, designed to be too small, too numerous, or too cheap for conventional defenses, were met by a response just as agile, just as economical. The APKWS, hitting within inches of its laser-designated target, offered precision without the prohibitive cost or complexity of larger missiles. Its journey to this moment was remarkable. From the dusty battlefields of Afghanistan and Iraq aboard Apache and Viper helicopters, the APKWS had proven its worth. But integrating it onto fast jets like the Super Hornet wasn't just a tactical upgrade. It was a budget revolution, a symbol of a new kind of air combat, smarter, not necessarily bigger or faster. For decades, U.S. air power doctrine focused on dominating high-end threats, advanced enemy fighters, sophisticated missile batteries. But the modern battlefield had evolved. Increasingly, the most persistent threat wasn't a peer competitor's jet, but swarms of cheap, readily available drones. Launching expensive interceptors repeatedly was unsustainable, limiting a pilot's engagement capacity. The APKWS changed the calculus. A fighter could now carry more ordnance, engage multiple low-tier threats rapidly, and reserve its heavy-hitting missiles for truly significant targets. It provided a proportional response, minimizing collateral damage thanks to its precision, and addressing the constant, attritional nature of modern asymmetric threats. The March 20th incident broadcasted a powerful strategic message that rippled far beyond the Red Sea. To the Houthis and their Iranian backers, it was a stark reality check. Their cost-effective harassment strategy now faced a cost-effective counter. The return on their investment in drone technology suddenly looked much weaker. To proxy forces and non-state actors worldwide who rely on swarm tactics and asymmetric pressure, the message was clear. The U.S. response wouldn't always be a massive, expensive hammer. It could be a precise, affordable scalpel. America was ready. And stopping their swarms wouldn't break the bank. For America's allies, watching anxiously, it demonstrated a flexible, scalable, and decisive toolkit, a commitment to meeting threats proportionally but firmly, defending not just ships, but credibility. This encounter wasn't an end, it was a beginning. The successful test run signals a future where aircraft like the F-A-18, F-16, and even the A-10 will likely carry a PKWS routinely, adding a crucial tier between inaction and overkill. Carrier group loadouts will adapt. Commanders now have a proven, flexible option for persistent, low-intensity conflicts. Of course, the cat-and-mouse game continues. Adversaries will adapt, developing stealthier drones, employing different tactics. But the U.S. military, embracing doctrines like distributed lethality, will adapt too. The APKWS is more than a weapon. It's a tool enabling smaller, more agile units to handle threats independently and efficiently. The skies above the Red Sea on March 20th witnessed more than just the destruction of drones. They witnessed the practical application of a new philosophy. Modern warfare is increasingly won, not just by sheer power, but by precision, cost-effectiveness, and tempo. It was a demonstration of outsmarting the threat, proving that in this evolving era, the side that adapts fastest, smartest, and most efficiently often secures the victory before the next move is even made.